Hello, everyone. Caren Glasser here, and welcome to Minding Your Mental Health. I'm here with my son and co host, Rob Glasser. We talk about the topics that shape mental health today, teach the importance of inclusion, and share why we should be kind. So, whether you're here live or on replay, we love you. Let us know where you're tuning in from. So, Rob, I'm really excited about this show today. What are we talking about?
Meditation apps, specifically ones that we use and enjoy on a regular basis.
And, we've been talking about this show for a while because we both like to meditate and we both like to do mindfulness activities. And so we thought it'd be a good idea because I do it differently than you. I use a lot of the
Mhm.
different apps that are out there. I download them on my phone and I do that. And when Rob starts to talk, you're going to see that he does all of his stuff using basically YouTube. And what's great about that is that YouTube is a free platform. So everything that's there, you're going to be able to get for free. So we're going to jump right in because I want to talk about the very first app that I use, and it's my favorite app, and it's called the Calm app. And I'm going to put it up on the screen. And I'm going to start sharing the different aspects of this and tell you why I like this so much. First of all, what's really cool about this, Rob, it has a family plan. And so you can purchase this if you want for $99 a year, and you can have 6 members actually use the plan. So it's very affordable. But even better than that, it's basically it's free. Okay, you can do a ton of different meditations here that are free. So you don't have to pay for the program. And you'll notice that literally you can click on the different things. So if you're having some challenges at work, let's say, or maybe self care, you would click on it and you would literally click on something to watch or listen to. Some of the people that are involved with the Calm app is Tamara Levitt and Jeff Warren. So what I want to do right now is I want to pop right onto the screen. First of all, this is how you find Calm. You go to calm.com and check them out. They're great. And you see how that picture just all of a sudden changed in there? So no matter what you're doing, you can actually say, I want to have a scenery of the ocean and mountains, or I want to do the fields, or I want just water. You can pick what you want. Jeff Warren is the guy that I like to use. I do his daily his daily calms every single day. I do it. They're 10 minutes long. They're so much fun. And he's a kick, and he's a guy. And I like guys' voices better than I do like women's voices. However, Tamara Levitt, who is I think probably the face behind Calm, she's the one who comes up with all of the different meditations, and she picks the different things. This is how you can go check her out at tamaralevitt.com. So I'm just going to come off of this just for a second. So what's fun about Calm is that you have the ability to do guided meditations, you can do music meditations, you can do silent meditations, you can do visual stuff, you can just watch things if you want. Rob, I know that you use Calm on YouTube, and we're going to do that in a second. We're going to have you go show that.
Okay.
What is it that you like about the Calm on YouTube?
Um, well, let me get that set up while I talk. Um, well, as you said before, Calm on YouTube is free.
Right.
So that's cool. Here it is here.
I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. There you go.
And I'll scroll down. So the ones up here I don't see usually. These are not what comes up. However, let me see if I can go to their playlists. So, see, it looks so much different on TV than it does on the computer. But so something like this. No, that's not right. Okay, so something like this. Now, this is more cartoony, but this is what you get on the big screen. So,
So Rob, you're not saying YouTube on your computer. You watch this on your television.
yeah, no, I don't do this on my computer strictly because
Wow.
it's in my office. We have a TV upstairs in our exercise room. That's where we do it. And this is kind of what you get. I was trying to find one that we actually do. This is, again, the computer makes it so much.
But you can go to the Calm, and just search on YouTube, by the way, guys. Just search for Calm on YouTube. Just search for it, and their site will come up on YouTube, and then you can just pick what you want to do. So what do we have up there right now?
So this is just kind of one of their ads with their app on it. But again, it's just basically, imagery in the background. This one goes for 10 minutes,
Got it.
and there's really nothing but just the sound of rain coming down. So I'm going to stop that one really quick. So yeah, that's one of the few on YouTube. Again, it looks so much different on the computer because it's set
Right.
up obviously differently.
Right.
But what I do is I go on YouTube, and when you do it enough, it remembers your stuff. So I actually don't have to
Right.
search anymore. It usually just pops up on my recommended, and I
Right.
can go, okay, that's kind of cool. Let's try this one.
It is really cool.
And you'll see as I do the other YouTube, same type of thing.
Right.
You do it once or twice, YouTube goes, oh, you must like this. Here's
Right.
some more.
And like that, Calm app does the same thing. So you have a dashboard. So if you like to, check off a box every day, I meditated, you're able to actually track how many days in a row you meditated,
Yeah.
how you are feeling before you start the meditation. So it's all very, very a cool kind of platform. It's very engaging and interactive. The second one that I want to share with individuals right now is the Insight Timer platform. Now, Insight Timer, first of all, it has 130,000 free guided meditations. Yep, you heard it here, 130,000 free guided meditations. And what's interesting about them, they have some celebrities that are involved with it. You can see that you have Russell Brand who's involved with it. There's workshops. So you have all the free, but you can also sign up for like a $25 workshop, right? Or you can take a course. But for the most part, all of these things are free. And what I love about it too is that you can track your favorite gurus that you want to, listen to. So I listen to a bunch of different ones, right? I love David Gandleman from the. I love Kenneth Suarez. I love Mary Maddox and Glenn Harold. Some really great people, and they have their own schools out there. So I want to just show. I'm going to get rid of this just for a second. I'd like to show some of the areas that people can go check them out. One of the instructors on Insight Timer, he's French. His name is Jonathan Learman. I think it's called lesantache.com. He does meditations both in French and in English. Obviously, I listen to the English ones, but he does multiple meditations where one meditation has music in it. He'll do the same meditation without music in it. So he basically meets you where you're at. So if you're somebody who likes to have music in the background, he has something for you. And if you don't like music in the background, you don't have to worry about it. Another one of my favorites is Glenn Harold. And Glenn Harold's got one of those dreamy, beautiful voices that you could just listen to forever. And it's gorgeous music in the background. I happen to like music. So you're going to notice that everything that I'm showing right now has music as an option. Most of the people I follow are men, but here's one that is a woman, Mary Maddox, and her website is Meditation Oasis. And she was actually the first person that I got introduced to with meditation back before there were apps. I went and downloaded and bought meditation tapes so that I could listen to them. So as time has gone on, we can get all this stuff for free. Also, Kenneth Suarez, this guy is very cool. He's got long dreadlocks and he's a young guy. And what I love about him is that he does hour-long meditation. So for those of you who are out there going, oh my God, an hour long, who's going to sit for an hour? You might, if you listen to him. He does body scanning, he does breath, he does all sorts of stuff. So way, way, way cool. And then finally, David Gandleman. He's a young guy. I think he's in his mid-20s. He also has a new book out called The Seven Energies of the Soul. He's got his own website called meditationschool.us. And as I was telling you earlier, Rob, he's got videos that go with each one of these meditations in his book. So something to check out. It's, again, I like free. I like the idea that you don't have to get caught behind a money barrier, right? That you
Yeah.
can meditate if you need to. So I'm going to do the last one. And my last one, I'm actually joking because I actually don't like this one, but I thought it was necessary to show another platform. It's not free. Everything you have to pay for. And that might be why I don't like it. It's also seems very cartoonish to me, but we're going to show it anyways. And I want to share it on the screen. It's kind of got this kind of cartoony kind of thing. You see like illustrations and like you see these little weird guys here, right?
Yeah.
And there are no people associated with these. They're like generic people, which I know sounds weird, but generic people. But there's nothing free about this platform. And I'm only showing it as one of the choices that you can do. And I know, Rob, you're going to segue into our next one. So let me get this off the screen and let's go to the next one. And what is that?
All right. Well, just when you thought it wouldn't get any weirder, Spotify. So before I scroll, oops, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. So really Spotify started out for music. You can play the radio, you can do all that.
Right.
And for that, you usually purchase, because in order to get ad-free music, you buy your subscription,
Right.
you get Spotify, whatever. But as YouTube is, you can go on and watch these for free. If you type in meditation, you're going to get look, there's Headspace, haha, there you go. But you can do it by artists, and this will give you the people or groups that do it.
Right.
I love Meditation Panda. That's just so funny. We have Native American meditations. We have relaxation sleep, meditation spirit, and it just keeps going. As I'm scrolling, you see they're opening more.
Yeah, I think David Gandleman's on this one too. I think they also cross promote. So some of the ones that you're going to get on Insight Timer, I think you can actually get for free on Spotify, which is kind of
Okay, there you go. You can do it by playlist. So if you notice that you like a certain kind, like you're talking about music, we have calming music in nature. This one would most likely be sounds of nature. And then lastly, we have the podcast and the shows. And this is another way to do it. It's all basically the same, all different ways to do the same thing. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just how you like to do it. These, I believe, if you know these podcasts, you'll probably appreciate it more. That's
Right.
the good thing about Spotify. You go there, you listen to podcasts. But really that's, and I'm going to stop that one there. But really that's what that one goes. And like YouTube, it's free to use. Krista always laughs because I listen to music with the ads, and she's like,
Right.
well, I bought mine, so I have no ads. I'm like, I don't really care. But when it comes to the meditation, there is really no advertising.
Right, there's no ad.
You watch one, you might have to wait 30 seconds for the next whatever.
Right.
But it is free. And if you don't mind waiting a few seconds in between once in a while for an ad,
Right.
YouTube does the same thing, right? If it's a popular channel, you're going to have to watch an ad, to get to the thing. So I thought that was a good one. And I guess I'm not just going to go to the next YouTube.
Yeah, so the next one is Bruce H Lipton Phd.
Okay, so this one kind of just an accidental one I came across. And this one is the least meditation of meditations. So this man, as you can see, he's a PhD. And I was looking through something to watch one morning because I was like, I'm bored of doing the same meditation. So I came across one. He told a story about how to be happy. And he told a story about two monks that were walking down the street. And one of them, picked up a woman and brought her across the lake. But, you weren't supposed to touch a woman as a monk. So
Right.
a few miles down, the other monk says, how could you have picked up that woman? And he goes, I dropped her off miles away. You're the one who's still holding on to her. And it was one of those, fables of what it means. And I just like the guy. And, you see on there, he talks about the pandemic. He talks about gratitude, money. And this is one of those things where I told you, you don't have to meditate to meditate. If you want to watch something or listen to something that makes you feel good, that's
Right.
the same idea. And while, I don't know much on this guy past his YouTube, it is kind of cool to see, a doctor, somebody who obviously has, he older gentleman, probably has been through the things and the stuff and probably knows a thing or two. It's cool to just see that kind of thing. And
Right.
to come across it, by accident, it's kind of a happy accident, right? You're like, oh,
Right.
cool. I find this cool guy. So if you guys want something that's more of a education, kind of like what I do on the Everyday Heroes stuff, he's the kind of guy you go to. And he's not the only one. If you type in, stories about happiness, stories about gratitude, stories
In the
about
YouTube. In the YouTube.
in
search.
YouTube,
Right.
type in the keyword appreciation, love, Buddhism. I know we talked about Dalai Lama on one of our other shows. So that's that guy there. Now, the next one we're going to do, let me pull this one up. It's Interspace Meditation. This one is out of the UK. It's usually done by a lady. But for instance, I'm going to put one here. I'm going to I'm not going to let it play. But basically, this is what you see. So each one is going to have an image. You can see in the list next to it, there's an image of the mountains. There's one called Drifting Down the Stream. Now, we always make fun of this because it's stock images, and some of them are kind of blurry, and you're like, really? They're just using a stock image over and over again? So it's kind of silly, but it also is good for ADD. You're not really focusing on too much. You're basically watching the same entire picture for 3 to 5 minutes.
Right.
Great for me. It's a lady with English accent. So for anybody who enjoys a accent outside of your American accent, this might work for you too. But really, it's fun. This is probably the most meditation we do, as far as what you were talking about, as far as listening to someone and watching someone.
Right.
The other day, I came across the timers that they have on YouTube, where it's 3 minutes and all there is music in the background.
Right.
I've never seen that before, but it's the same type of thing, right? You know, you want to do some, and actually, this is where the stretching comes in. I was talking to you about. So after our afternoon exercise, we usually meditate. Well, now we're trying to add some stretching in because it's good for the body. You know, we get a lot of stiff necks over here, so we're trying to do that. So in between the meditation, we'll get up and we'll stretch, but we stretch to some sound. So it could be birds,
Nice.
It could be rain, it could actually be music like you do. So you'll notice that how you do it, it's more for the meditation. For us, it's more for the physical and the mind put together, because you want to kind of get everything, your brain, your body.
Right.
So that's that guy. Now this last one here, we came across this by accident too, but I think this is adorable because it's animation, but it's cute animation, I think. This is called Psych to Go. So they are they have almost 10 million, I guess, 10 million subscribers. And they do, let's see. So this is a funny one. This is all about of course, there's an ad coming. Of course, these are all going to be ads. But the one I clicked on, what does your favorite color say about you? Or what does your favorite food say about you? There have been up and down people talking about it. But this is one, and again, for me, the videos are not therapy. So for those who kind of get critical and go, oh, well, that's the wrong way to do it, that's not how you diagnose, I don't really think you're supposed to watch these videos to be diagnosed. You're supposed to watch these videos to kind of like get in
Help you do something. Right.
Get in a calm. So what's cute about these is, let's see, they have one on Phobias. And it's cute. You see this little guy come on screen, and this is what you see as you go through. So
you can let him play. I'm going to turn the volume off, but you can let him play.
So for instance, you see these little guys do these things, and they have their thought bubbles, and they do this whole little doohickey. This one's about phobias, so this is a common one people probably can relate to. But it's just fun. There's no, again, I don't look at this and go, oh, well, I'm going to diagnose myself using cartoons. Obviously not. But it's just a fun way to go about your day. And, I'm going to turn this one off now. But I like it. That's how we do it. So again, we do it on the TV. We usually do our exercise on the TV because, again, bigger screen.
Right.
But anytime we go to meditate, anytime we go just kind of have a relaxing moment, we'll pop on one of those channels. And then we'll find something new because, the cool thing about YouTube is they go, hey, you like this? Check out this guy. Check out this one. And you'll end up going down a rabbit hole of really cool meditations and stuff like that. So for me, being that I don't want to spend, money, I like that I can go on YouTube and basically watch it all for free with maybe an ad or two in between. Oh, no, what are you going to do? But yeah, you can tell guys watching, we different styles of meditation. You do it your way. I do it mine.
Exactly. And that is the message, guys. That is totally the message. There's a lot of opportunities out there, different ways to do it. There's no right or wrong way. It's whatever works for you. You do you. I like music. I like to put my headphones on. I literally sit. If somebody saw me in the morning, I would have my Bose headphones on. The dog sees me and barks at me, but I look like a Martian. But I do my meditation every morning that way. The idea of actually watching a meditation on a screen, I don't even know what I would do. It makes me squirrely just thinking about it. How am I supposed to meditate and watch at the same time? But that's me, right? You like to watch. And so different strokes for different folks. And that's the message, guys. Any last minute thoughts about these apps? We hope you enjoy this. We had so much fun putting these together.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Yeah, hopefully somebody will find one who's watching who likes it. And if not, go on Google, type in meditation apps, and I'm
Right.
sure you will find a gazillion different things,
Right.
and you'll find something you like. And if you don't
Right.
like it, try something else.
Try something else. And if we missed a favorite app that you like to use, let us know. Put it in the comments. We'll come back, swing back later on and take a listen to it or take a watch it and maybe add it to another show. We're so thrilled you guys joined us today. We know that you have a choice as to where you spend your time. You chose to spend it with Rob and I today. We are thrilled about that. Go out, give somebody an awesome day, and we'll see you next week on the next Minding Your Mental Health. Goodbye, everyone.